All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all glory and praises to YAHAWAH, YAHAWASHI, Rawchaa Qadash, the honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, honors and salutations to the hopeful elect, pushing this word in truth and sincerity. All right, this is the brother Tawab Bashar from GMS Los Angeles / Inland Empire. Come back with another video in the spirit. Once again, Tawab YAHAWAH, YAHAWASHI, for minds to this truth. Allow me to wake up another day, putting the spirit on me, do another lesson in hopes to edify and the hopeful elect. Okay, so in this video, I want to go into is the beauty of dwelling with brothers, and I was speaking with a couple of beloved brothers, about the benefits and the beauty of living with brothers, you know what I'm saying, and I told the brothers I would, do a short little lesson on it. And just to, for brothers out there, I know, all brothers' situations are different. So I'm not speaking with all brothers, but brothers that find themselves in, brothers that, especially brothers don't really have a woman or children or other, any other responsibilities out, in this world, and, brothers that are struggling, just a suggestion, something just I want to put out there just for brothers to, think about, if it, the Lord allows it, the Spirit allows, permits it, for brothers to really start thinking about living with one another, like I said, on case by case basis, depends on brother situations. It's not no requirement. I'm not sitting here telling brothers need to live with one another. It's just something. It's just a suggestion, for brothers that may have a hard time, living on their own, because in certain places here in Babylon, things are getting really expensive. Rent, the cost of living, or taxes, all these different things, start to add up. And, as time goes on, things are just going to get harder and harder. So, and, even though we know this place is going to be destroyed, at the same time, we want to be, we don't want to be in a situation where, we want to put ourselves in a situation where we become detrimental to ourselves, which can be detrimental to the body, and that's why the Lord is setting up a brotherhood, set up a body for us to support one another, especially the times that we're coming into, so brothers, it's not good to be in the spirit of, trying to do everything by yourself, especially when, you fall on hard times, and you don't say anything. And when you don't say anything, brothers can't read your mind. Brothers don't know what's going on unless you communicate, and that's the beauty of living with brothers. When you live with brothers, and y'all live in a household, everybody know what's required, so if a brother is short, it's on that brother to communicate those things. And when those things get communicated, everything is able to be taken care of properly, But I'm not going to keep rambling on. I'm just going to grab a few scriptures. I pray this is edifying to you sincere brothers out there. So without further ado, I'm going to get right into it. The first scripture is Ecclesiastes chapter 4, verse 9. It says, "Two are better than one, because they have a good reward for their labor. For if they fall, the one will lift up his fellow." You see, and when you live in a household with brothers, especially brothers that that's out in this, brothers in this truth, of course, you out there laboring with with one another. You know, if a brother fall, and it could be in, whether it be financially, whether it be a brother slip, brother might have went off. I ain't talking about committing adultery or nothing like that, but brother might slip and cook when it's the Sabbath. Brother might forget, it might slip his mind, and the brother is there. When you have a brother in the same house as you, the brother may know it's the Shabbat. The brother can, let you know, hey, bro, it's the Shabbat. Just to give an example. So that's the benefit and the beauty of having a brother in the faith that you live with, man. Because sometimes, like I said, we slip, and the brother may catch it in the spirit, like, oh, and let you know. And like I said, also, a brother that's struggling, brother may have had a hard week or whatever, brother might have got laid off, and brother might have found another job that same week, but, when you start a new job, you don't get paid until at least the first 2 weeks. After the first 2 weeks go by, you won't get your official first paycheck. So brothers have to put up for the brother, put a collection up for a brother to make sure, things is covered. You see, especially when if that brother communicates in a timely fashion. You see, so those are just a few examples I'm using to show you the benefits and the beauty, of living with brothers in the faith, man. Okay, it says, for if they fall, the one will lift up his fellow, but woe to him that is alone when he falleth, for he have not another to help him up. You see, and like I said, we come into times where it's foolish if you're in a situation where you can't handle something on your own. It's foolish to sit there and try to do everything on your own when you know full well that you can't handle that situation on your own. And that's pride. And that's the things that we learn coming into this truth, to put off that pride. A man, even though we understand, a man's, of course, we know a man's supposed to go out there and handle his business. Don't get it twisted. And at the same time, we got to be honest about our situations too, though. We got to be honest about the situations that we in. Sometimes, a man also knows when to humble himself as well. A man knows when he needs help. Or a real man, true man, okay, knows when he knows when it's time he has to go and humble himself to someone else for help. And that's what we have to apply, with these scriptures, man. And also apply that mercy towards one another. Brother need help. You gotta have that heart, that helping heart, man, towards your brother, man. Like I said, everybody's situation is different, but these are the things, brothers gotta consider that's in these situations, especially the times that we come into, really think about, man. All right, it says, again, if two lie together, then they have heat. But how can one be warm alone? If one prevail against him, two shall withstand him, and the threefold cord is not quickly broken. Right. And you got, brothers that are living with each other, because it's getting, like I said, you got brothers that have wives, children, brothers that dwell with their wife and their children. Okay. But then you got brothers that may not necessarily have wives or children, or if they do, they might be separate from their woman, and they might pick up their seeds and drop their seeds off. Some brothers have it to where they have, joint custody with their children. So they have time. They go see their children and do what they got to do. And the Lord may still bless them brothers with a situation where they live with other brothers, you know. So it just depends on brothers' situations. But I'm just putting this out there for brothers that can, you know, to think about and consider, you know, if brothers are not in a situation where they can live on their own, you know, this is something to consider, because, you know, especially if you're a brother, you don't really want to live with nobody in the world, you know, because, you know, you got these things where people will have a room for rent, but, you know, it's not brothers, it's people of the world. So, you know, I'm just putting this out there, you know, if you want to live, if you can't live on your own, it's best to live with brothers, you know. I got another one. This is Acts chapter 2, verse 41. It says, Then they that gladly received his word were baptized, and the same day were added unto him about 3,000 souls. And this is during the time where you had the Jews, the Israelite foreigners that were scattered among those different heathen nations. They came up to Jerusalem, okay, and, you know, basically these are, Israelites that were coming, you know, they were coming together, you know, I believe this was during the time of the Pentecost. Okay, like I said, when you had all those Jews, those Israelites that were scattered among those different nations, they came to hear the word of the Lord. All right, it says, then they that gladly received his word were baptized, in the same day were added unto them about 3,000 souls, and they continued steadfastly in the apostles' doctrine and fellowship, and in breaking of bread and in prayers. Right. So they came there, they received the doctrine that they were taught, you know, meaning they start believing, they actually started to follow, you know, the doctrine. Okay. And then what it said, it led to them fellowshipping and breaking bread. Right. So when brothers first come into the truth, you know, you learn the scriptures, you learn from your teachers, okay, the apostles and elders, the brothers that's been set up in these various camps, okay, and then you get to the point where eventually brothers, you know, start joining camps, and then what happens when you join the camp? Once you start, brothers start seeing that you growing, you start fellowshipping, you know, you start breaking bread with brothers, you know, and you start to grow more and more, right? So it's the same thing with us. But like I said, I'm bringing this scripture out just to, you know, to bring, you know, this is the mindset we got to have, basically. This is why I'm bringing the scripture out. This is the mindset we're to have, okay? It says, and fear came upon every soul, and many wonders and signs were done by the apostles, and all that believed were together and had all things common. All right, and it says, and sold their possessions and goods, and parted them to all men as every man had need. You see, so this is the mind frame. Okay, sometimes, like I said, it's coming into time where some brothers are going to start living with one another. You know, brothers start to, you know, pull resources together. You know, to support one another. Okay, and that's what the brotherhood is all about. Okay, that's what the brotherhood is all about. Supporting one another. Okay, of course, you know what comes with the brotherhood. You know, correction, rebuke, you know, exhortation, but also, you know, it's a support system as well, man. Okay, because we don't have a support system in this world, man. Okay, and there's no you know, beneficial programs out here for the Israelite man, okay? Especially those of us that's, you know, teaching this word, man, you know? So we got to be our own support system. All right, this is Acts chapter 20, verse 35. It says, I have showed you all things, how that so laboring ye ought to support the weak, and to remember the words of the Lord YAHAWASHI, how he said it is more blessed to give than to receive. You see? So opening a home, brothers opening their homes to other brothers, real brothers, okay? Of course, we can't be foolish at the same time. We're only going to open our home to brothers that has a good report, okay? Brothers that don't have a bad report, okay? We talking about brothers that's in good standing, brothers that has good report, okay? Those are brothers that we ought to support, right? All right, I'm going to bring out one more, and I'm going to wrap it up. This is Matthew chapter 25, verse 34. It says, "Then shall the king say unto them on his right hand, Come ye blessed of my Father, inherit the kingdom prepared for you from the foundation of the world." Right, this is YAHAWASHI speaking, okay? These are the ones that's going to inherit the kingdom of heaven. This is who the Lord is speaking about, okay? It says, "For I was an hungered, and ye gave me meat. I was thirsty, and ye gave me drink. I was a stranger, and ye took me in." You see? This is YAHAWASHI saying these words, okay? It says, "Naked, and ye clothed me. I was sick, and ye visited me. I was in prison, and ye came unto me." Then shall the righteous answer him, saying, "Lord, when saw we thee a hungered, and fed thee, or thirsty, and gave thee drink? When saw we thee a stranger, and took thee in, or naked, and clothed thee? Or when saw we thee sick, or in prison, and came unto thee?" And the king shall answer and say unto them, "Verily I say unto you, inasmuch as ye have done it unto the one of the least of these my brethren, ye have done it unto me." You see? So brothers that take brothers in, okay, give brothers shelter, okay, that's like doing it unto YAHAWASHI, okay? And like I was read in the previous scripture, blessed is those that give than they that receive, man. So when you open up a home to a brother, that's a great thing, okay? And the Lord's going to bless brothers that do that, man. Brothers that open up their home. And like I said, like brothers is only going to open their home to those that are of good report, because you got a lot of ungrateful niggas out here, okay? You got a lot of grimy niggas out here in Israel, okay? So it's not talking about individuals like that. It's talking about sincere brothers. So we open our home, brothers open homes to sincere brothers. That's a blessing for that, man. Okay, that's part of that charity, man. And what your scriptures say, charity cover a multitude of sins. Okay, and we, like I said, it's gonna be a time we all gonna need help. Okay, we in hell, man. Okay, we are in hell. Okay, this is not our rest, but in the midst of this, we ought to support one another, man. Okay, not be a burden to one another, but support one another, man. Okay, and in truth and sincerity, man. So yeah, anyway, that's pretty much it. I'm gonna wrap it up. Like I said, just quick, short, sweet, to the point. And I pray this was edifying to you brothers out there. So with that, I'm going to give all glory and praises to YAHAWAH, Ba'ashim YAHAWASHI, Ba'ashim Rawchaa Qadash, double honors to the apostles, and that was a great millstone. Honors and salutations to a hopeful elect, pushes word, truth, sincerity. Shalom.